I feel like the club's in a hole.
Thanks, Tim.
Thank you.
And that's the point, isn't it? That the club is in a hole. I mean, you know, it's not the first manager to have tried and failed. Villa, and they're not all bad managers. Lambert, McLeish, Sherwood. It's the club's structure.
Correct, and I think that's the point that he's making. I think he's saying there's a bigger issue here. You know, I think he was quite clear in the fact that he didn't get the players that he probably wanted to come to the club. I think, you know, the players that he wanted Premier League experience. You know, players that have been in the league, and if you have a look there, I mean, we've got Lescott that had played last year. Scott Sinclair actually played for Villa, but apart from that, you know, there's no real Premier League experience from last year. Yes, Micah Richards had played previously, but, you know, none. And I think it was a balance that he wanted. You know, I know that he was looking at players like Aaron Lennon, Andros Townsend, you know, Esteban Cambiasso. You know, he wanted to bring in Adebayor.
Yeah.
You know, he wanted support in bringing in these players. Now, this manager's just been sacked when you've sold Benteke, you sold Delph, and you nearly got lost Vlar, and you nearly got relegated with those players, and you've brought in worse players and expect better results. I don't see how that's fair, really.
Remy Gard's the odds-on favourite. I mean, clearly as well, 4-1 on with David Moyes' second favourite, 5-1. But whoever comes in is surely going to want greater control.
The better quality manager you go for, the more control they want. And I think that is going to be the issue. Is the structure at the club able to be changed? I would think that has to be negotiated. You know, I think Brendan Rodgers, for example, who's on the list, would be a brilliant candidate, but he's learned a lot from his time at Liverpool, where there was a big transfer committee. Things have to change at Villa, and quickly, otherwise I think they're doomed.
I think the next spend was like 5 million quid.
5 million quid.
Let's move on to another manager then who was making headlines over the weekend for the wrong reasons.